Hi guys, Darren from Ben Fluid Art. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Fluid Art Express. Up first you would have seen Taslima from Taslima Maya Art. After me we have Kristey from Creations by Kristey, Shannon from ShanB Fluid Art, Bubbles from Ben Fluid Art, and last but not least, Tony the Hippy Dippy Painter Man. So, stay on board and enjoy the ride. So what I figured today was we'd have a little bit of fun with coasters, because, you know, they're a load of fun to do. So, I've got a little, what is it, 4.5 inch, 5 inch, something like that, hexagonal coaster. That is British Paints Low Sheen, which is a interior wall paint here in Oz. What I'm going to do is throw some of that down. Nothing's added to it, it's just straight out of the tin and put into one of these little sauce bottles to make life easier when you want to squirt it out. So what I'm going to do is just spin this sucker right out, just so it's got a coating of paint on it. Pop that up. Alright. So put our little coaster there. Going to grab some random colours I've got here in my pile and put them down. So this is neon purple. I have a... what have I got? Grab a couple of extra colours, I think. I've got Firebird Red. Got a Fluoro Yellow. What else do we have? Okinawa Blue. Alright, start with that. Then, what I have is a custom colour that I've made up. So it looks black, but it's actually not. It's more of a goldy brown. I'm just going to do like a hidden colours type thing. But on a coaster size, so... just with some cool effects when you're making your little coasters and things like that. Now that's a pigment, so it hides the colours quite well, but still allows it to separate enough to see the colours underneath when I swipe through it. Whereas if you use black pillow paint or something like that, it really doesn't work that well. Right, I'm going to grab my little itty bitty swipe tool, which is this little guy. I've pulled the handle off. Going to grab some white cell activator. And put that on there, like so. And go. Like that. Yeah, I'm going to grab some black cell activator, do the same thing again. So we've got black on there now. Like that. Now what I'm going to do is clean that off, scoop in, see if we can find some colour that's underneath there. And drag it out. So we've got little colourful scoop and drags in amongst themselves. Just to get some trippy stuff going on. Like that. Then, what I'm going to do is give that a bit of a spin. I'll clean some of this paint off around the outside edge. Alright. So give that a spin. So it spreads out a bit. Now while that's rotating, what I'm going to do is grab a skewer, slow that down a bit, aim for the middle, which is there, and go like that, spin it back the other way. See what crazy pattern we get left with. How cool is that for a fun coaster? So you can chop and choose, pick whatever colours you want, throw them underneath that top coat. Have a swipe, have a little scoop and drag through it. Then throw a lollipop through the middle of it and you get some really cool designs. Alright, I might do a little flyover of that so you can see it close up. And let you have a look at that. But that's another cool thing you can do when you're making coasters, rather than just having basic swipes and things like that. Chop and change it up. Try different types of techniques on the little coasters. They're a load of fun. Don't use hardly any paint. Cheap as to do. And really effective and cool. I quite like them. They're fun. Alright. What I'll do is I'll press pause here and we'll have a play with something else. Okie dokie. So, for giggles, I thought I'd make a Halloween keyring. So, that's just a, what do you call it? One of these little keyrings you get from like a cheapy shop. A couple of bucks for a packet of 5 or 6. All I've done is paint it black. So I've got some UV resin. Okay, so paste to wear gloves. I'm not planning on sticking my fingers in it, so I didn't bother. I'm going to put just a fine coat like that. Now that hasn't fully covered it, as you can see. So I'm just going to use a skewer and just take it to the edges. Now that's a doming type resin, so it's pretty thick. So we can move it round, move it right to the edges. Like this. Like with any other type of resin, pays to wear the right gear. Gloves, respirator, etc., etc., as you can imagine. Right, so we've got that smoothed out. Then what I'm going to do is grab a little flexible torch like this. Pop any bubbles out of there. I use them for silicon moulds, because your butane torch will actually cook your silicon. We'll give it a sprinkle of glitter. Like that. Now that glitter there, don't know whether the camera will focus. Focus. Is all pretty colours. Changes colour. Now, what I'm going to do is, if I dip the tip of my stick in that, and put my spider web in there, now these little cutouts I got from, where did I get them from? I think it was the art section in Kmart over in here in Australia. Got like a pack of 5 or 6 with different type things on it. So, put the spider in there. Put another spider in there. See what I mean about not getting your fingers in it? How good's that? We grab our pumpkin. Put pumpkin head in there. These are really cool for Halloween. You know how you hand out candy at Halloween time? You could make up a whole heap of these really cheap and throw them at kids when they come round to eat all your candies. That way you get to keep all the candy for yourself and give them a keyring instead. I know, right? I'm terrible. Alright, so all I'm doing is pushing them right down at the bottom of the base. That way we don't get too much air trapped under there. Then what I'm going to do is just give that a little bit more resin on the top, just to make sure it's fully submerged. Like that. We'll grab our torch again. Make sure that's under. As you warm that resin up with the torch, it gets thinner. Pop any more bubbles out of there. Alright. Then we'll get our UV torch and hit it with some light. Now the UV is what cures UV resin. It's ultraviolet light. Whereas your casting resins and things like that use a chemical reaction to harden it. Okay, so that there should be cured. Where's the camera? We have our cute little Halloween keyring. So if you want, you can flip that over, do the other side, or just keep it single-sided. Okay, zoom. It's hard to pick with a light. There you go. There it is. Where's the light? How trippy is that? Cool, fun ideas to throw at people when it's Halloween. Then all you do is put your little split ring back on, and away you go. Like I said, you can flip it over, do the other side if you want. I won't bother doing that on camera because you guys have better things to do with your day. But it's exactly the same as the first side. All you're doing is flicking it over, do exactly the same thing. So, if you like that, hit like, share and subscribe, ring the notification bell, ding ding. That way you get to see all my videos as I release them. Up next we have Kristey from Creations by Kristey. So if you click on her name in the title of this video, it'll take you direct to her YouTube channel. If you're in the live chat, just click on the link that I'm putting in there. It'll take you to her premiere. Or if you're in Paint Pouring by Venom Fluid Art on Facebook, like that, use the chemical reaction. Yeah, just hit the playlist that I put in there, and you will be able to just hit that and play the whole video with everybody on the Express today. Usually takes a couple of minutes. Okie dokie. That way it activates. That's it from me. Sets rock solid. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.